All right, welcome back, welcome back. It's the DMV Weave Doctor, located in Bowie, Maryland. And today we're going to be doing another discussion. I am still getting the hang of doing the Zoom thing, so I hope that you can still see me. All right. All right, I believe that she is recording now. So let's get back on with our discussion. All right. Now, of course, for all those who didn't know, I am the DMV Weave Doctor. We are located in Bowie, Maryland. And today we wanted to bring forth a lot of different new things that a lot of people do not know about concerning hair loss and with their dermatologist and if their hair will ever regrow. And these are one of the main topic for tonight is what your dermatologist will never tell you. It's so funny because we receive so many different clients, and a lot of people they come to us in despair because they have been told by several people in the either their trichologists who might not have been as learned in creating products or helping with hair loss or with nutrition. They have been told that their hair will never grow back and that their follicles are completely scarred. So these are just some different things that we wanted to give you information about. Okay, now this is one of the first things that we're going to talk about, things that your dermatologist or your hair loss specialist or sometimes your hairstylist will never tell you. Okay, a lot of our clients are dealing with psoriasis and with eczema on the scalp, dealing with dermatitis, sorry, of the scalp. And we wanted to let you know that one of the steroids and some of the different things that are given, a lot of the steroids, they can either be applied topically or they can be taken internally. One of the most famous ones is called Propecia. And one of the things about Propecia, even though some people believe that it regrows their hair, regrows their client's hair or their patient's hair, a lot of these, there's a lot of studies out there that shows that this is actually linked to cancer and can disrupt your natural hormone balance. Also, a lot of people who are dealing with scalp conditions, a lot of times their dermatologists, I know now the dermatologist probably be ready to whoop my butt after this video, but we are holistic practitioners and we only try to educate our clients and try to promote holistic care internally and on the outside so that our clients can get the best results. Now, as far as a lot of people give, in conjunction with giving the Propecia, a lot of dermatologists are also prescribing the same different antibiotics and the different type of steroids that are applied topically on the scalp. And that can weaken the immune system as well. And a lot of people do not know that. There are a lot of natural remedies out there that can help with these different conditions. All right, so we addressed that topic. All right, a lot of people are dealing with inflamed scalp, so we talked about that already. And another thing, I know during this pandemic, a lot of women who wear braids or who have weaves probably have not been cleaning their scalp as they should, and therefore a lot of people, I've seen some clients, they have been, because they haven't been coming to the salon, they have crust build up in their scalp. They have a lot of scabs, and I want to let you know today that this is not normal. And I see a lot of different cosmetologists on YouTube telling people and showing people that they need to scrape your scalp with different rat tail combs. This is not a healthy scalp practice. This should not be done. And I know people might say, well, who do you think you are? Well, the Weave Doctor at the Weave Doctor's Hair Loss Clinic, I am a licensed cosmetologist. I have been licensed since 2005, and I've been doing hair actually at the tender age of 13, okay? That's one of my stats. The other thing, I'm a holistic practitioner in mineral balance and science. We help with the oxidation rate of our clients and also with fatigue and stress. And all of those things, and heavy metal toxicity, all of these things can contribute to hair loss. And lastly, we are trichologists, and we develop products. And a trichologist is just a fancy word for a hair growth or a hair loss specialist. So we use different type of modalities and also products which we hand make to help regrow our clients' hair, and we have fabulous results. If you're interested in purchasing our products, you can easily go on pervirginmaine.com, or to talk to us today, or schedule a consultation so that we can help start you on your hair regrowth journey. We don't want you to go to hair loss. Well, I guess it can be a hair loss journey too. But pretty much a lot of people, they are not coming to their appointments. And I've seen a lot of people who are dealing with different conditions, especially those who are dealing with folliculitis. And folliculitis is just a fancy term for the follicles being inflamed. And one of the different ways that you can tell is that the scalp generally has a redness to it. Generally, there are some raised bumps, and some people in some conditions, early on conditions, have a lot of scalp burning. And so you can tell that you're dealing with this. This is not generally an invisible thing. Some people, though, might not see all the redness. They may just start off with any type of irritation. So people that are experiencing any of these symptoms, it is best that you need to start to address these problems, because these problems, they are left, just left to go out on their own. They can actually cause permanent scarring to the scalp and cause irreversible hair damage in many cases. All right, and like we were stating earlier, in everything that we kind of bash, we have an alternative to. So I'm just going to make sure, like, again, I am still new to doing the Zoom. I want to make sure that I'm still getting recorded. So yeah, so a lot of people, we told you do not use the some of the dermatologist products long term. Now, if you're having a lot of bleeding and things like that, some rupturing of the scalp, then you might want to go to your dermatologist, or a very a verified trichologist who is very experienced that can help you with this condition. Because in some cases, if your scalp is inflamed enough, you may be dealing with Staphylococcus, which is a bacteria on the scalp, and that would need to have some type of you would need any type of antifungal for that, or antibiotic directly on the scalp. And sometimes you can take it internally. But one thing you should not be doing is taking these products indefinitely for months and months at a time. That is how you can wreak havoc on your immune system and probably make you where you have to depend on these products for the rest of your life. So one of the things that we do and we offer here at our hair loss clinic, and they can be mailed virtually, is our fungal hair treatment. We even have a video. You probably can find it on our YouTube, where we were spraying down the hair fungus. And a lot of people are dealing with a lot of different type of scalp fungus on their scalp and don't even realize it. Some people just a lot of times say that it's just dandruff, when in actuality it is a fungus that is built up on the scalp, or some type of inflammation that needs to be addressed. Okay, so now for some of our clients that suffer from these different conditions, we also offer dietary suggestions, and that's where the mineral balancing program and some of the nutrition come into play. A lot of people who are dealing with these products, we find, eat a lot of dairy, and all of these things can trigger. It's autoimmune based, that's triggering these symptoms coming out in your scalp. So a lot of people that are dealing with these issues, especially like we talked about earlier, the inflammation. They're eating a lot of dairy. They're eating a lot of inflammatory foods, a lot of highly processed foods. Going to Popeyes, eating too many Popeyes fried chicken burgers. Okay, or so that's one of them. The other things is that eat it incorrectly, like we said. Also, stress, that's another thing that can trigger one of these things. So we're addressing dairy. Another thing, wheat is highly inflammatory, and also corn, and like we said, processed foods. So all of these things, we address all these things. And some of our clients, when we get them to take some of these things out their diet, people who get their scalp treatments at our shop, or who get the products mailed to their home, they can't believe how much better that their scalp feels. And they notice that when they go on their cheat days and eat some of these foods that they know they should not be eating, they realize how much better, how worse their condition gets, how much their condition worsens. All right. Okay, so another thing now I'm just going over some of our notes, and if you have any questions, feel free to inbox us. And like we were saying, a lot of these things are autoimmune triggered. Another thing also with us, in conjunction with the autoimmune, a lot of these things are dealing with hair loss, deals with your hormones, the cortisol levels being off. And these things are controlled generally by your adrenals and your thyroid. And a lot of people I find today, this is one of the biggest problems that I see with hair loss. Many people are just flat out stressed out, and they are not getting the right appropriate amount of sleep, hours of sleep. And when you don't get your hours of sleep, then in many cases, your cortisol levels can go up. And especially for women who are premenopausal and who are in the menopausal state, their hormones are going haywire. And you need to try our mineral balancing program to help bring some of those things back intact. So when your cortisol levels and all these other things not getting the right through the roof, you're not getting the right amount of sleep, and your adrenals are shot, your body is not going to be able to repair itself, and you're going to further aggravate your situation. I was talking to one individual the other day who was telling me that many of our clients, we do a mini consultation. It doesn't take long. I asked them when they started to receive their hair loss. And I asked, is he under a lot of stress? And one of the things that he said was that his hair loss started right when he started, guess what? A job. Now, I know a lot of people, they are loving staying at home, but there's still some people who are frontline workers, and they're forced to work. And they have to still be under stress. And that's a stressful thing, especially right now dealing with the pandemic, wondering if you are going to be contaminated, and if you're going to bring your families and others who have a weakened immune system just by you just doing your daily routine or just trying to pay your bills. So, that's a very serious time. And we have different things that we do and offer. We offer a CBD hemp oil that's with our proprietary blend that can be given for our clients. Also, we always encourage people to do our sauna therapy, and we have the equipment that can be purchased on our site at purevirginmaine.com, and a host of other different supplements and other practices that you can be adding to your day-to-day life schedule that can help you to overcome some of these issues. But anyways, back to the subject, this individual, he told me that when he started his job, and I said, well, with this job, I said, are you getting your sleep? Are you getting your full 8 hours of sleep? And guess what he told me? He said, no. Generally, on most nights, I'm only able to get about 5 hours of sleep. And again, this is not going to promote healing in the body. And he's noticed. And you think that something as small as that will seem like it's not that big, but a lot of our body heals a lot of its processes and things and detoxes while you're asleep. If you're not sleeping at the appropriate hours, I know, for example, I believe your liver and I believe your kidneys can detox anywhere, I think, from 2 to 4 a.m. And if you are awake, awake just like you just rose, I guess that's like you just had 2 cups of coffee, you will not be going through these different healing processes, and your body is going to suffer. You are going to be toxic filled. Okay? All right. And so that's another thing. And also another thing that we like to suggest for our clients. Oh, now back to the sauna therapy. When you do sauna therapy, not only are you relaxing your system, and that's another thing, a lot of people's autonomic system is just overworked. Like we were stating earlier, just by living in America, a lot of people don't believe that they're under stress. In actuality, they are under loads and tons of stress. They've probably been distressed. A lot of people have not recovered from things that happened 2 and 3 and 4 or 5 years ago, and they're constantly in this fight or flight state. So when you're doing the sauna therapy, not only does it help to relax the sympathetic system, it can help bring lower blood pressure naturally. It can help stabilize some of the blood sugar levels. And also, it can also help with just dealing with infections, which is good with a time like this, especially during the pandemic. We want to make sure that our bodies are in the tip-top shape to be able to fight off infections. These devices, they help to bring forth some type of, helps to activate your system and helps to heat up your body. And I know back in the day, a lot of people, they used to take baths in their bedroom when they were having the flu. So that's the word that I was looking for, hypothermia. But while you're producing this type of reaction in your body, you're able to fight off the bad cells in your body and any other parasites and bacteria. So this thing is also good not only for infections but also fungus and gut health. And also with the in conjunction, like we were saying, and also like we're saying, not only does it help with the infections and with the relaxation aspect, it also, while you're doing all this sweating, and you're going to feel like a wet dog when you walk up out of there, okay? You might have thought you ran 5 miles after you perform the sauna therapy, especially as your pores starts to open up. The skin is one of the biggest eliminating organs in the body, and so you're going to be naturally detoxing your skin. Your skin is going to start to become more smooth. My husband even noticed it. He said, wow, how is your skin so smooth? And I told him, I had to brag. I told him it's because I do sauna therapy 3 to 4 times a week. And that's why my pores are open. My skin is able to regenerate. As you do the sauna therapy, it regenerates cells in the body. So my skin is getting even more clearer every day. Even in the midst of this pandemic with us having to wear these masks. These masks are messing up. A lot of people are messing up their skin, and it's making us not be able to detox as easy because we are breathing in the air constantly. I think I'm going to go back and invest in only wearing masks that actually have vents in it. I believe that might be better than trying to just get the regular mask. Now, especially some of these masks, you have to wash them daily as well too. That's another thing that can promote poor skin health. And and on top of that, now I know this is a little bit off topic. A lot of these masks, the N95s are great, but if worn for a long time, they can actually make you, air hungry, and that your body is able to, when it breathes effectively, you're able to detox naturally. So you might have to add in other protocols with your detoxification because a lot of people are wearing these masks. Okay, and as we were stating earlier, because the weave doctor can talk all day long, okay? And we want to bring you back on to the topic of the heavy metal toxicity. As we were stating earlier, when you're doing all this sweating, you're going to be eliminating a lot of bacteria and things of that nature, and heavy metals. And some people may say, I don't see how me sweating is going to release all these toxins from my body, but believe it is true. There's a lot of studies out there with sauna therapy. A lot of people who have had HIV, cancer, who have used these things to help make their conditions not as, where they can't live without it. Or a lot of people we've heard with the studies have gotten off of their medication because of the positive side effects that sauna therapy can have on your body. And when we're dealing with heavy metal toxicity, one of the metals that are known to cause a lot of hair loss. And it's actually funny that as I'm learning, growing more and more with my holistic practice, I'm learning that many people suffer from copper toxicity. In addition to copper, and one of the main signs of copper toxicity, a lot of times can be fatigue. A lot of people are dealing with mental conditions. Anxiety is a huge symptom or telltale sign that you could possibly be dealing with this. Any type of behavior problems, any type of nowadays have a lot of children have ADHD. With copper toxicity, one of the biggest things with copper toxicity, a lot of people have hair loss. And another toxic metal, I believe, that is known for causing hair loss too, is having, I believe it's either nickel or arsenic. I believe it's nickel. Having high amounts of nickel can also, cause your condition of hair loss to worsen. All right, and today we want to talk about a couple of other things. We're kind of going to be wrapping it up because the weave doctor has another appointment. Okay, but one of the biggest forms of hair loss, and we have a hair loss quiz that all of our clients and the prospective clients can fill out. And one of the main questions We do address adrenal burnout because a lot of people, the reason why they're losing hair is because of stress. They're promoting too much. They're, causing their body to produce too much DHT, which is one of the main hormones in the body that cause hair loss. So, getting back on topic, one of the biggest of causes, well, actually, this one actually does go together with, sometimes I think I be getting off topic, but really I am on topic. So with the DHT, this form of alopecia is called, well, sorry, no, okay, that I'm looking at too many notes, okay. So the one that deals with the DHT is one of the most popular and most famous forms of alopecia. Is the androgenetic alopecia, or the female or male pattern baldness. And most of this hair baldness for females start in the middle and it starts to proceed out. That is the biggest way. And generally it's gradual and for most cases. And again, as I said, when a lot of these people are experiencing stress, they notice that this condition worsens. So you want to take care of these things. And we have topical agents. One of our famous Creo Miracle Drops and our Scalp Medics. That's one of our first, our premier product line, premier products on our product line that have been known to help our clients with this condition. And also we have different topical agents that can be applied for inflammation as well. Okay, the next form of alopecia that we will be addressing, these are things that, your dermatologist, they have told you these things, but sometimes they're not telling you ways to fix it. A lot of people, a lot of the dermatologists are fixing these things by doing the, the PRP treatments, or the platelet treatments. And some people can receive this type of therapy. However, a lot of people say it's very painful. And I have a lot of clients, because not only am I, some of these other people that deal with these, we're kind of like a triple threat, the weed doctor in our hair loss clinic, because we see these clients. We see them after they leave the dermatologist. We see the different results. We interview and survey all of our clients. We're able to get a good estimation on what, as far as the effectiveness of some of these treatments. And so thus far, we've pretty much seen a very low rate. I would say probably less than 20 or 15% of people who have this condition and get the PRP platelet treatments, they actually see their hair regrow in a strong way. And also I found out most recently that with this condition, if you have dealing with a lot of inflammation in the scalp, sometimes it can be a little bit too progressive. Your condition is too progressive, then you will not be able to receive the PRP treatment. And it's sad, I guess a lot of dermatologists lie and they don't be honest with people. And so they don't tell you that. So you're thinking about you getting this treatment that your hair is going to grow back. But a lot of cases, if it's has progressed enough and it's in some of the later stages, your hair will not grow back as you think. All right. And one of the next forms of alopecia, and one of the things, I don't know if your dermatologist has told you this, but this is alopecia areata. And this form of alopecia generally starts in coin or circle-like areas. And this is generally known to be triggered by the immune system. And as we stated earlier, that's some of the things that your immune system can be from stress, what you're eating, poor diet, and things that you are allergic to that can be causing this inflammation to worsen. And that's what that the alopecia areata, and we also have different treatments available for this as well. And earlier we were talking about folliculitis now, and a lot of people also with scarring forms of alopecia we did not address was the CCCA, the cicatricial centrifugal alopecia. This one, this form of alopecia generally starts in this area. It's kind of like similar to the androgenetic alopecia, and it generally is associated. It begins with some type of burning reaction in the scalp. And I actually have the weed doctor that's dealt with this herself, but luckily I've always done a lot of supplements, and the proper supplementation, because as you will go through our hair loss program, and if you go through our mineral balancing program, you will learn that you cannot just supplement vitamins all willy-nilly. It needs to be, needs to be done correctly. I'm just making sure, going back, making sure that I'm still being recorded. So yes, with the CCCA, it is generally started, it's brought on the onset with burning in the scalp. A lot of people ignore this. So if you have any type of burning in your scalp, it needs to be addressed. And we have different products for this. We have our scalp fungus, we have our black magic. Also, we have the scalp biotics. You know, a lot of people want to use the antibiotics, but the Weave Doctor created the scalp biotic specifically for these different type of inflammatory conditions. And we found we have, like, again, you know, some people, quote unquote, some dermatologists and other trichologists give you these medicine-based products and antibiotics, and they don't necessarily see you on a weekly basis. They may see you every couple of weeks. Ooh, let me see how many minutes I got while I'm running my mouth, but throwing shade, okay? But we have clients who had severe inflammation in the scalp folliculitis, even to the point of pus. One client that got so bad, I almost wanted to tell her she needed to go to her dermatologist. However, she does not go. She doesn't, I guess she does not, you know, want to take any more further antibiotics. And it's sad, a lot of people are dealing with underlying issues that they don't want to tell you about. However, if you know you have health conditions, and if you have a weakened immune system, that's another thing. People that deal with adrenal folliculitis, they have a compromised immune system, or they have diabetes, which can lead to compromised immunity. And when you're dealing with all these problems, you do need to let your stylist know what is going on, so that they'll be able to better assist you, and so that they can direct you, so that these you don't have any staph infections. And because this folliculitis and some of the other, especially traction alopecia, where a lot of Black women get, and women of color, or people who have to wear, you know, a lot of glue and maybe do a lot of perming and things like that, they actually rip the hair out. And trichotillomania, the hair gets pulled out from the follicle gets scar tissue builds around it, and that's what caused the scarring. So you want to start to address these things, especially with these the ones that we're talking about, with the folliculitis and the different type of traction alopecia, any type of redness, any type of symptoms in your scalp. Even like we were stating earlier, just by you having dermatitis that is going, and seborrheic dermatitis, or any type of psoriasis in your scalp, if gone untreated, it can cause scarring. So these are serious conditions. Do not let these things worsen. And I know a lot of dermatologists may or may not tell their clients that, but that's why you have the Weave Doctor to help you. And and another thing, you should not, like, again, don't go on YouTube University and try to scrape your scalp. That is only going to worsen the condition. And I know we threw a lot of shade at the dermatologist tonight. However, we do work with some dermatologist clinics. And if, you know, one of the things that we do actually have, you know, some agreement with, is that you should not be getting any type of tight pulling styles. We do offer an array of services, which can be done glueless or healthy glue option, or it can also do the completely glueless option for people that want to get installs. But for those who want to see the optimal results, we always tell our clients, we suggest for them to get our detachable units. These can be attached with clips or with the least amount of stitching possible. And with that, you can take it on and off during your maintenance. And these maintenance are in your trichology visits. And these trichology visits, they can be actually mailed to the comfort of your home if you're unable to come to the clinic at this current time. So yes, there's a lot of different things that, you know, that we can do to help our clients who are dealing with these different type of issues. Now let's see what else. Making sure that I stay on topic. And I think that we are running out of time. All right, we're just making sure. Okay, and I know earlier we were talking about people who, oh, okay, so yeah, we have the detachable units and the wigs. The wigs are excellent, especially if they're done glueless. With our glueless options, they can be taken on and off. And that is one of the best ways for you, especially if you want to use our complete program. You have the hair growth intro pack with all the starter pack of all the different products. you can be using those products on a day-to-day basis, and you will see results. We suggest all our clients take before and afters. If you send us your photos, your testimonies, we will definitely give you a great discount on your next service. And also during this pandemic, we also sell a lot of other products that help with building the immune system and promoting relaxation so that our clients' bodies can heal and rest properly at night. And if you're interested in any of these services, please feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Visit us at purevirginmaine.com or at chelsea.ymitchell@gmail.com. You can text us and we will get back to you, and you can book your free hair loss or nutrition appointment. Now, those everything is free, but only for the first up to 10 minutes. We've had some, we had to cut it off. We love you guys, but we had to kind of cut it off because it was just becoming excessive. We were talking to people for an hour, and then we were talking to people so long they were going to the grocery store. They done picked out all their food, and they still have not came to a conclusion. So we still have to be cognizant of our time, even though we want to give of ourselves and help everyone. However, we have to make sure that we're able to deal with everybody and address all of our clients. So it will only be able to offer you about 10 minutes, first 10 minutes for free for any consultation, and we can suggest our products and our different holistic treatments. So we thank you so much for your time, and we hope that you have a fabulous afternoon or evening wherever you are. Thank you, and be safe.